Jason, I know we're running pretty short on time. And last thing I want to ask you is we've had like an incredible amount of geopolitical uncertainty this year. I mean, as we kind of talked about earlier, it's been a wild year. What is the importance of mining in a stable political jurisdiction?
Man, it's huge because we've been talking about on this podcast, right? Mining is so capital intensive. You're deploying so much capital into building things that really cannot be moved. I mean, okay, theoretically they can be moved, but you cannot build, 100 megawatt building and then pick it up and move it. I mean, it's hard enough moving. If you had tens of thousands of miners, that would be very difficult to move as well. Um, Nonetheless, all the infrastructure that you need to get those miners running and hashing. So when you're thinking about deploying that capital, it's very important to be deployed in an environment where you have the most certainty you can get that that's not going to be disrupted by political influences over time. I honestly, like, okay, as North American miners, we benefited from that hash rate being shut off in China or exiting China, but also as miners, you got to relate to those guys and feel bad what that must have been like to have these massive operations and just have them shut down and know that you cannot do anything about it, you can't pick up and move. That's really, really depressing. So because of that, we think a lot about where we deploy our capital and where we're growing our mining operations. Naturally, that's why we have chosen Texas to be the focal point of where all of our buildings going on. You really, in my opinion, cannot ask for a better political environment where you have the governor of Texas, you have the energy grid of Texas, you have all these partners that understand and value Bitcoin mining. That makes us feel a lot safer about where we're deploying this capital. And that's, Texas is great from that geopolitical standpoint. That attitude around Bitcoin mining, that support of Bitcoin as a whole is great, but also like the energy market here is just fantastic. They have ERCOT is this incredibly well interconnected large capacity grid that has very competitive energy prices as a result of being deregulated. So, from both the political and economic standpoint, Texas is an amazing place to do business, an amazing place to be a Bitcoin company or a Bitcoin miner.